Greetings, my saplings. Okay, so in today's video, we actually got something pretty fun that I wanted to be talking about, and this is going to be top 10 back-to-school shoes of 2018. Basically, all the shoes that have released in 2018, which ones are the best for going back to school, whether it's your first day in high school, or maybe you're just finishing up college, or hey, you know what, if you're not in school and you say you're at work right now, maybe a new shoe for casual Fridays. Guys, whatever it is, this is just all about just me giving out some suggestions. Of course, this is all going to be opinionated, and I really want to know from you guys if you guys have any shoes around the budget of $200. That's what we're going to be using right now. If you could, leave them down in the comments, and hopefully some of you guys looking for some back-to-school shoes or casual Friday shoes, you guys could peruse the comments. Maybe you'll find something down there as well. Also, guys, you will tend to notice it's not going to be 10 back-to-school shoes. It's more like 14 or 15 back-to-school shoes, but 10 just sounded better in my opinion, you know. Anyway, like I mentioned, we're going to be sticking to $200 for this video, but in the future, I was thinking of making a video for all-time sneakers, not just 2018, for back-to-school that has a budget of around $100. So please, guys, leave a like if you would be interested in seeing that. Anyway, specifically in today's video, I am going to be telling you the shoe, obviously, and of course, how much they're going for, whether they're sold out and you have to pick them up for resale, which is most likely going to be very little, or if you can get them for retail, maybe on sale, then of course, where to buy them as well. Funny enough, the first shoe that I wanted to mention to you guys actually hasn't released yet. Well, it did release, but I don't want you to buy it yet because you could save a ton of money if you just wait a little bit. This is for $220 on September 21st. We have the Yeezy 350 V2 Cream restocking. There is going to be so much stock on these. It is actually insane. If you don't wear your pair of creams right now, I highly suggest selling them. But again, for back to school shoes, guys, you are going to be able to get this shoe for retail. $220, it shouldn't be a problem. Hop on Adidas.com. Yeezy supply. Of course, there's going to be raffles. There's going to be all that stuff. I'm going to make a how to cop guide. Don't worry. So if you happen to be new, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated. But yeah, the reason I wanted to start off with the Yeezy 350 V2 Cream was specifically because it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You know, it is a neck breaker in a sense that it's really bright white, all white. It's going to catch attention simply from that. But not only that, but since it's all white, it's very easy to match. And those are the main two things we're going to be focusing on. Easy to match shoes and shoes that break necks. Because I understand some of you guys like one, some of you guys like the other. But this shoe just happens to be both. Of course, if you don't want to go for the creams, because you know so many people are going to have them, the black Power Phase Yeezy is sitting around way under $200, even under retail. If you check out StockX or GOAT or any consignment store really, you can find them for $100, $110, $120, whatever size it is, extremely cheap. The next shoe we're going to be talking about is a Jordan 1, and this Jordan 1, unfortunately, it is sold out. This, my friends, is a classic, and it is the Jordan 1 Shadow. Now, you might be saying, oh, Keith, enough with this. Like, this shoe is sold out. We can't get it. Well, hold on a second, guys. Again, this shoe has not really been reselling for much at all. You could find this shoe for retail at most consignment stores. Not only that, but if you go on StockX or GOAT, or even if you're willing to go check out some Facebook groups, guys, they're only $20 over retail, which is going to be like $180 to $200. It's honestly a steal for a classic Jordan 1, something that matches every single outfit, super universal. I would highly recommend going with this shoe, but I understand if you don't want to spend that much money, hey, you know what, it's fine. Go to footlocker.com. Footlocker.com has a bunch of other Jordan 1s that are also pretty nice. For instance, you got some Gatorade 1s. You also got those wheat Jordan 1s, which I believe are what, like $140, maybe $110 on sale. Very cheap, super easy to match. And then you got the Gatorades, like I said. Those things are definitely going to break some necks. Now, moving on, let's talk about a couple of Jordan 3s. The Jordan 3s have a lot of colorways here, which I would personally recommend getting as your first nice shoe. For instance, the Black Cement 3, guys. This has often been referred to as the greatest shoe ever created by Tinker Hatfield. I think that the Black Cement 3 is a super classic shoe. You can't go wrong with it. Matches a ton of outfits. Unfortunately, for most collectors, it's not as limited as it once used to be. But for you guys out there, that's actually a good thing because, hey, it's going to be super cheap. If you go on StockX right now, go any consignment store, whatever it is, for resale prices, they're just over retail by $5. $10, which means they're just around $200, guys, depending on what size you get. You can get them for $210, $220, whatever it is. Definitely worth it to check out the black cement 3s. Now, moving on, I got a couple of other Jordan 3s I wanted to discuss. So, speaking of Tinker Hatfield's designs, we got actually the Tinker Jordan 3 that released earlier this year. The Tinker Jordan 3 is one that I would definitely recommend simply because it's not just a cool looking shoe, but it's a shoe that actually tells a story, and I really think that if you were to start off a shoe collection by getting a shoe like this, it would be a fantastic start. If you guys are unaware, the Tinker Jordan 3 was the sketch, it was the outline for what the Jordan 3s were initially supposed to look like, but then they took away the swoosh and they also took away the Nike on the inside of the shoe, and then we're left with what we normally see as the Jordan 3s. So when it comes to the Tinker 3s, it's the same thing as the black cement 3s. You can find them at the same places, all for what, $200, maybe some $190, $210, around there. It's going to be super cheap. Finally, the last Jordan 3 I wanted to mention to you guys was the Hall of Fame 3, also known as the Katrina 3. This is another shoe that has kind of a story to tell. If you guys recall, back in 2006, this shoe was actually auctioned off. It wasn't a wide release at all. It was to raise money for Katrina victims, and I always thought that was super cool. And hey guys, if you want to buy this shoe, you can always tell that story behind what the shoe actually stands for. But not only that, of course, it's just a great looking shoe, and all these Jordan 3s, I find Jordan 3s are one of the most comfortable Jordans out there. Also, for the Jordan 3s, on August 28th, which is just around the corner, the JIT, or Justin Timberlake Tinker Hatfield Jordan 3, is releasing a bio beige colorway for these for only $200. I wouldn't recommend paying resale for these for the back to school shoes, but hey, if you get them for retail, I mean, that's only $200. Moving on to some Adidas. Let's talk about some Adidas Ultra Boost. The first Ultra Boost I wanted to talk about was actually the My Adidas Ultra Boost. This one you can customize yourself. Of course, you got that little rainbow pattern in the back, which frankly I think is pretty awesome. I think it looks really nice, but other than that, you get to customize the shoe yourself for only $200. You could change up the body of the shoe. You can make it white, you can make it blue, you can make it tan. Then you could also add some 3M on the stripes. You could get some new different colored laces. You could change the color of the midsole, whatever it is. You could black out the whole shoe except for that back part. I personally just kept the shoe entirely white except for the back. I think that it looks really nice that way, but hey, you guys can customize it however you want. Moving on to some other Ultra Boosts that I wanted to mention, and the reason I'm mentioning a lot of Ultra Boosts, just like the Jordan 3s, it's an extremely comfortable shoe, and you can put so many miles on this and really just not feel any pain on your foot. So I again recommend these two shoes a lot. But here we go, the Ultra Boost 2.0 multicolor just restocked actually today. Now unfortunately they did sell out, but this isn't really a problem because if you go on to StockX, GOAT, or any consignment shop, they're only selling for just over retail, which is around $220 to $230, in that range. If you're willing to pay that price, you get a classic pair of Ultra Boost, which is from a while ago. I think that this is a really nice pair, but hey, if you're not willing to pay that extra $30 to $40, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Also on Adidas.com for $200. You got plenty of other Ultra Boosts, whether it's just a simple Ultra Boost to match, which is all white or black and white, or maybe a pop of color, maybe some blue out there to catch people's attention. You got it. All super comfortable shoes. Now, moving back to Jordans, there were a lot of Jordan recommendations I actually had for you guys. We're actually going to be talking about some Jordan 11 lows, and specifically the colorways I wanted to mention would be, first of all, the cool gray lows. Of course, the cool gray low isn't as great as the mid, but you know, it's still got the same aesthetic look. Definitely not worth as much, but hey, that's why you only have to pay around $180, $190, all on GOAT, StockX, any consignment store, wherever it happens to be. Definitely a steal for this shoe that comes with shiny patent leather, goes with almost any outfit. If you wanted more of a premium look instead of that patent leather, you could go for a suede, which comes with the Jeter Respect Jordan 11 lows. This shoe also happens to come with a really cool looking box, so if this is your only shoe, your only nice shoe at least, this is a great place to start because hey, not only do you get that cool shoe, it's like more of a collectible item too because you got that awesome box. My main point though is that this shoe is super cheap. It's going for retail on StockX. Some sizes even less than retail. Again, I definitely suggest checking these out if you haven't. Now, moving on, let's actually talk about some Air Maxes. Get some more variety in here. First Air Max I wanted to mention was the red Air Max 1. This is the second or third time, I believe, a restock, but first it initially restocked in 2017, I believe, and now 2018 it restocked again. Definitely a super clean colorway, shouldn't be too difficult to match, but again, it also definitely catches some attention with that bright red contrasting with the bright white. Also, the Air Max 1 is definitely a comfortable shoe. And of course, it's a classic colorway, so it's a nice addition to your collection. This shoe is only $140. You can find it in almost any Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, all in store. I would suggest going to the bigger Foot Lockers like the House of Hoops. They're definitely going to have these. I still see them all the time in stores, almost a full-size run. Unfortunately, you can't find them online right now, but if you do go to consignment stores, StockX or GOAT, they're not going to be much over retail at all. And the same thing goes for the Air Max 97 Metallic Gold. Not too many Foot Lockers, Champs, and Foot Actions have these in stores, but I still have seen to date a couple of stores that do have them. Not a full-size run, but again, if you do really like this shoe, retail is $170 and they're just sitting over retail. It's honestly such a great deal for a shoe that's going to break so many necks, not only because it's a gold shoe, but because it has 3M on it. If light hits it the right way, it's definitely going to look super cool, and I would suggest going for these Air Max 97 Metallic Golds. Finally, the last Air Max I wanted to mention was actually the Air Max Plus in gold. Again, this shoe is a neck breaker. You can find this for $160 on Nike.com. They got a full-size run. They're definitely not selling out anytime soon, but for $160, I really do think that this is a beautiful shoe. Break some necks. Go ahead, cop it if you're interested. So I think I mentioned specifically around like 13 to 14, maybe 15 pairs or so. But of course, there's plenty of other shoes, but I want you guys to comment down below. I didn't want this video to go on too long. But hey, if you guys know some other options, comment them. I'll be sure to look at them. And of course, some other people will be grateful that you commented them as well. Again, try to stick to the budget around $200. And if you're interested, I will make that video for the $100 budget of all-time back-to-school sneakers. Feel like that would also be fun to make. Also, there's plenty of more heat coming this month and next month and the fall. We got some Off-White and Nike stuff. We got some Yeezys. We got some Jordans. If you're interested, check out my upcoming Off-White and Nike video where I talk about all the future upcoming Nike and Off-White shoes if you're interested in checking that out. Also, if you want to cop any of these hyped shoes for retail without a bot, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated on store lists, raffles, jigs, and tips on how to cop. Everything from the bottom to top. With that, I'll leave you guys. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, if you're interested in seeing that video with the $100 budget. With that, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bing, bang, ding, 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 ding. Bing, bang, bong.